Hey guys, how's it going? Um, Revisiting some old word I received in October 2022, early October. It was right at the start. I remember I was on holidays and I woke up to this. So the word said, "Woe to those intents. He will announce the opening of the games my time, Adonai, 2:8. Who depended on my impression? Let the saints know." Now, a few things that keep coming back to me, and when I researched this or looked into this earlier, I kept coming up with Emmanuel Macron. I don't know why. I just kept coming up with him. And then I was looking at something else this morning, and I just started looking at the different feasts. I don't know if I've still got them open here. Yeah, I do actually. So, and I just remembered that. So today is Pentecost. Okay, so the Feast of Shavuot, which is called the Feast of Weeks. Okay, it's because of the count. So just to quickly go through, we had the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So we had Passover before it, and just after that is the Feast of First Fruits, and they count 7 Sabbaths onwards, and then we arrive at Pentecost or the Feast of Shavuot. Okay, so they count 7 weeks basically, and it's called the Feast of Weeks because they count the weeks, and it's also called First Fruits as well in some other instances as well, because they end the counting of the Omer. So in the fall, like later in the year, so in the month of Tishri, you have trumpet, so the first day of Tishri. Okay, this year I believe it's the 16th of September, and I forgot this element, but it does. They set up tents. Okay, that's what they do in that event. They set up tents and they say some prayers and they have a meal and things like that in the tents, and they stay in there for a period of time. I don't know. I need to do some more research on that particular feast. But basically, that got me thinking. I'm like, tents. Woe to those in tents. Is he trying to say, because it's like the most celebrated Jewish feast. And so I started thinking about that. I went on down a bit of a rabbit hole, in dwelling in the tents of Kedar, and then how that ties in. It sort of means tents seem to be referenced as the curtains of Solomon and these other things, and we start then seeing like those who dwell in the tents of wickedness, and so there's a lot of different references to tents. So it is a bit of a long shot, but when he says here, he will announce the opening of the games, I always thought that was the games, the Olympic Games. I mean, it's the biggest pagan event out there, isn't it? And I'm looking, and there's a 2023 Berlin event, and I've had a bit of a look at it. Let's just bring it up quickly. So it's a Paralympic event. See if there's an opening ceremony. 2023, because what they normally do is plot the opening ceremony. It'll show you what they're going to do. So that's 3 years ago.
In 3 Jahren in Deutschland. Wir versprechen große Gastfreundschaft.
Inklusion heißt, alle mitzunehmen, mit allen Menschen zusammen zu sein und anzuerkennen, dass wir alle natürlich gleich viel wert sind und dass alle Menschen, jeder Einzelne ganz wichtig ist, egal wie sie sind, so wie sie sind.
alle machen einfach zusammen Sport.
Yeah, I don't feel there's much going on there. And then I get this nagging feeling it won't leave me alone. I just want to show you this video I found of Macron. Okay. I don't know why I keep going to Macron, but it does tie in with the Olympics, but is this something obviously doesn't sit right with him as well?
From the very beginning, you know that France is shoulder to shoulder with you. And since the very first time we met together, when you were at that time a candidate.
Not yet president.
Yes, not yet president. We are here, and we will be here to the very end.
They're buddies.
I'm sure about that.
Thank you very much, first of all, to you for your support during all this period of time, before full-scale war. You've been with us, France, and your society, always supported us. Thank you so much. My appreciation that we had a very good meeting in Paris, and very, very important, tough decisions which make us stronger on the battlefield and on humanitarian direction, because for us it's very important that people to be strong. And thank you for all this support. And we spoke a lot about future Jazz Coalition, and I want to thank you and all the partners about this decision, about training mission. It's really, really very, very important. I will share with you our meetings yesterday, which have been very important. For us, it's very important to involve to peace formula as much as possible countries, and I'm happy that there are very positive signals.
We can do it.
Simple work.
Did you notice the handshake there? Let's go. Where is it? Oh, look at that. What's that? What's that handshake? Oh, yeah, lovely. Yeah, doing the right thing. There's Ukraine's hero right there. Yeah, good work, bud. Okay, so you see, there's something this is just slippery and horrible, right? What's going on between France and the Ukraine. This whole G7 summit, and yeah, it's like, it just immediately reminds me of the looking into the beasts, you know, like in the Bible, like just talking about the kings and the different, you know, mountains and different. So when you start translating it, like I won't go into it now because I could make a whole video on it, and I'm still learning. But yeah, it just goes into these, you know, all the different crowns and the beasts, and I see these leaders and they're just exactly that, you know, they're just setting the stage for all of this. Anyway, so I started looking into the looking for an announcement, and I found one. So, because the word actually says he will announce the opening of the game. So it doesn't say he'll open the games, he'll announce the opening. Okay, so, and the timing of that was 2 months ago. So that video I just showed you with them shaking, that was 5 days ago. It's only a recent event of their commitment to each other. So something's going on. All right, and then he does this big speech here where I won't bore you with it, but he just opens the games and does, you know, the typical presidential thing, the big countdown. That's exactly, you know, it feels right. It feels like it's fitting. And then you go to the actual opening planned. Okay, let's watch this, and I'll just stop it when I hit the point. Alright, note the pyramid. Pretty hard to miss it. Alright, in this video and in another video, so what have we got? We've got the Louvre, we've got the giant phallus, okay, and now in the Eiffel Tower, which is also representative of phallus, okay. Look at the pyramid on this guy here. You know, it's getting crazy. Pyramid on here. That's not so much the point as when you have a look, there's another video. I've closed it now. I have to find it again. But the whole event was focused around celebrating this giant phallus. It's like the biggest pagan event ever, okay? This whole thing is just giant pagan event. And that's what they're doing, all right? But they're so boastful about it now. It's crazy. So it's going to be a real big spectacle. They're literally going to have holograms all the way along the river. And just all the way along there's going to be different things. And they're trying to get as much of the public there as possible. So the opening game's going to be like spread out. So, I mean, televised to 1 billion people is pretty crazy, right? Yeah, so they've changed this concept here from another video I saw earlier. They're holding all the orbs and there were these crescent symbols like the sun, like sun worship. We've got nice pyramids along here, the trees, and yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what else to say. And then the good old logo, the female, which acts as a fire as well. Which probably a bit of a she, him or something. Whatever's going on there. Yeah, so, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. I mean, these guys, like, they're making big moves. I mean, what is France doing meddling with the Ukraine? Honestly, like, what does it have to do with anything? You know, why are they? And it answers itself. Okay, it answers itself is that they're all in it together. This is all just theatre. Okay, look at the little patches on their arms, and oh, he's finally not wearing a t-shirt. Like these guys, it's all theatre. Like that was the most disingenuous conversation I've ever seen for the cameras. You know, like this is all just theatre. They're just going, yeah, we'll back you up. We'll back you up. You know, this is just the signs of war coming, okay? It's the hallmarks of war. When I was showing some stuff last year, I saw Australia, the US, I saw France, I saw Britain all at war. Like I saw them all involved in it, okay? And so that's another thing that's resonating with me. And I just keep thinking, why would I be given a word like this? It's such an obscure word. Why would he focus on this individual? Okay, and he also gave me the numbers 28 as well. Haven't worked out the date. There might be, it's 26th. But yeah, I mean, it's such a pinpointed word, and it was the very first one I ever had. And so when I heard him say, "Let the saints know," it took me a little while because I really didn't have that many people on my channel. I didn't really understand. And then I posted it, but I didn't get any comments back. So I just thought, oh, I've let them know, you know. But then just today, it just all of a sudden came back. So, yeah, something's tingling, and I feel something significant is around this event, and I just wanted to share it. And yeah, if you've got any ideas or any suggestions, or you come across anything, even if it's later on, just let me know, because this is a mystery that's plagued me, and I just want to be obedient and do the right thing. I also don't want to lead anyone off on a wild goose chase or anything like that. But this feels right. It feels like it's heavily related to this Emmanuel Macron, and I'm going to keep looking and digging into this guy and trying to understand a little bit more, because yeah, it feels right. So bit of a different video today, but it was on my heart to share this. So God bless, guys.